All right, so round 5 of the modern MCQ. We are 3-1 and we're on the play. And our hand, let's see, we have 2 searches. We don't have a second land. This is still probably a keep. It's tough to mulligan these hands with 4 ramp. Okay, yeah, so you might be good. You might be good. If we draw the second land, we're basically just have to draw a way to win. And even if we don't, we're going to have 2 searches going off. So I think this is fine. To note, this could be a Wrath. Or in this case, it's a pass. So we'll see which one's better. Looks like they might be mulliganing. We don't know yet. They haven't done anything yet. I mean, you're still fine against forcible decks. Like, as long as you have like an Unmask or a Thoughtseize, like you can just take the force. It does suck they play like 6 forces now because of force negation. So that did get a lot worse. So they kept 7. So we're gonna lead off on suspending search. So we're hoping to draw a land on turn 2. Although if we draw a spell, I would not be unhappy either. Swamp. Inquisition. So we're probably losing our search here, which means we're probably have to draw a land next turn or we're going to be in trouble. Yeah, so we do really want to land here. Yeah, at least it's fine. We don't draw the land, unfortunately, but we could be good. They draw Thoughtseize. That's fine. So right now, like, we're not really worried about these Thoughtseizes because we don't really have like a really good card in our hand. Our hand's like fairly decent across the board. And if they're not like pressuring us at all, then we're fine to just like keep taking these. They're gonna take our ramp. So now they don't even have a second land. Okay. Maybe that's why they thought so hard about keeping. They don't have a second land. Yeah, it could be A-Rat. Could just be like a Jund deck or something that just missed their land drop. So I want to get blue here. So because I drew this land, it's possible I actually don't want to play this Sakura Tribe Elder, and I just want to hold up Remand for their turn 2 play. And if they don't play anything, then we can just Coatl. So we're just gonna wait here. Yeah, they don't draw the land. So now we're in a prime spot here. They could have like a push for this. Ooh, Teferi's good. Okay, so now I think I play Teferi, and then if they don't do anything, I just bounce my own guy. Although holding up Remand is fairly good here. Let's attack first. Okay, they have nothing here. I think I'm gonna go Sakura plus Remand. So I don't think there's a reason to tap below Remand here. So let's just play this and pass. Okay, they drew their land. So this game isn't going to be as free as it would seem, but okay, looks like some Grixis pile. They know we have this Remand, so curious to see if they play into it. Yeah, they're not playing into it here. So they're already at 14, so we can just safely sack this so that we can play both our spells here. We're going to get blue. I'm not going to path my own guy yet because we have this. That's a cool draw. They're on Shadow. That's true. Yeah, I could see them being on Shadow. So, because of that... So yeah, so I think we're going to just... I think we definitely play... Ooh, now it's close. So we could... Getting the Teferi down here is very good because it's going to make our future counter spells really good. So I think I actually want to get the Teferi down this turn. The only thing it could have here is like Stubborn Denial, which obviously we can pay for. Yeah, I forget about Okay, they're playing Thought Scour. They don't have lands, so this is kind of interesting whether or not I want to remand this. Or do I want to... Like, remand is really good on, like, Gurmag Angler, for example. I think I just let them Thought Scour. Yeah, I agree. We're not going to attack. I don't think I have a reason to bounce yet. We did not play a land drop, but... Bouncing is interesting here. Because if they don't play anything, I want to return my own guy. I think I actually want to bounce here, because I already have the path. I guess we could... It's just because, like, if we bounce, we draw a card, then we'll draw another card off the snake. If they play Death Shadow, I guess I want to bounce it. Yeah, I guess they are a Bolt deck. You're right. Let's just take up and we'll pass. I've not played against GDS in a very long time, so... They're playing a Thoughtseize. Okay, so now... I think this is a very easy remand. Because they're basically going to take this remand, so at least this way they likely can't play it again. That's going to be fine. Okay, they sandbag the land. But now they have to decide whether they want to play the Thoughtseize again. Or they want to play like a Death Shadow or an Angler. They have 7 cards in hand, which is a lot. Looks like they might play the Angler. No, Death Shadow. Okay, so they have a 2/2 Death Shadow. And they're going to Serum Visions. Okay, so we're very well set up to combo. We just have to draw it, basically. Because we have the Teferi, so they can't... they put one on top, one on the bottom. We draw Scapeshift. Okay. So we unfortunately don't have triple blue for this Cryptic yet. Although I can path my own guy, so this is one corner case where it might work out. They definitely have a Thoughtseize, though, so that's important to keep in mind. So now I'm tempted to bounce this. It doesn't play around Bolt, but... Yeah, they can't deny when I have this in play. I really want to draw another blue source here for the Cryptic. Because they're definitely going to Thoughtseize the Scapeshift for sure. I'm not worried about Gurmag because I have a counterspell. I think I want to bounce this. Because lands are like so valuable right now. Ooh, that's a card. Okay. I would like to play that card. So now what do we take out? The red source. First off, they kept the card on top. I guess I can not wait with 2. We're definitely playing that. It's just what do we want to target? The red is interesting because they can't bolt, but we know they have Thoughtseize and Death Shadow in their hand, so they can't play 2 spells if we take off the Watery Grave. But if they bolt the Teferi, like that's fine, honestly. I think it's the black source because we know they have guaranteed two black spells in hand, and I don't want them being able to cast both. So I think I'm going to take the Watery Grave and hold open path. Yeah. Okay, so now we definitely want to get a blue source, so I assume this is the Breeding Pool. And we don't need to attack here. There's no reason to. It just makes the Death Shadow bigger, and we still have path up for our own guy in case something weird happens. Cycling Street Wraith. Again, the way we're losing this game is if they overwhelm us with threats, but that won't happen. Okay, Serum Visions is one reason why cutting... Well, I mean, either way, they would have blue for Serum Vision, so this didn't really make a difference. Next turn, we're gonna win, basically, if they don't deal with the... If they don't Thoughtseize us. Because if they don't Thoughtseize us, let's say they play Death Shadow, we just go path our own guy, 7 lands, Scapeshift. There's the Thoughtseize, so we will let this happen. They're going to definitely take the Scapeshift because they have to. But they're not killing this Teferi, so we're winning every counter war, and our hand is very well set up to play a counter. They took Cryptic? Okay, so they don't understand that we can just path our own guy and win the game here, right? I don't see what they could have here. We have Teferi up, so let's path our own guy. I think that's just a clear misplay. And we have... So we have 2 red. Yeah, they just scooped. They're... Okay. So we win game 1 against Grixis Death Shadow, which in general is not... is definitely one of our unfavorable matchups. But that game we got fairly lucky that they stumbled. Yeah, we hit Teferi, so we were pretty covered there. Okay, so we definitely want... I did a bit of mapping before. Yeah, I think they just punted, but like I don't think they're winning that game anyways. 1 second. Where is my... Oops. I did a bit of mapping for this matchup before, so how did I do this? Cut bolts. Cut... Remand is interesting. It's probably not good enough. And Acid Moss was great there, but on the draw, it's probably not good enough. And it's really weird, right? Because it makes sense to want to play guys, but like we just board in all our guys, but I don't know if that's necessarily right. Do I want Forces of Negation? I don't know if I want forces. My forces are a lot worse than theirs, so I don't think so. Most of these cards don't do much. Could board in Baloth, because it gains life. And if they have Liliana the Veil, we'll win the game. We're definitely behind, but we also don't bring a whole lot. Yeah, exactly. Remand is, again, a very interesting card because it's really good against Gurmag Angler. On the draw, it's obviously a lot worse. I think I like guys instead of remands. This card wins us every game 1 because we're on the play and we just get to do it. But it's not necessarily good in the matchup. I might board it in for game 3, though. I think on the draw, we try to play the guy plan. Yeah, we have a lot of 4s. But they're also going to be like trying to rip our hand apart. So like playing counterspells is not necessarily good. On the play, I think I board in some number of remand back in. But on the draw, I think I just... Yeah, but they can't deny all our creatures. So that's what we're... doing. And unfortunately, we got another Bring to Light hand where we have a great hand, but we don't have green. And so we unfortunately have to mulligan. And then we get this hand. We can't really go to 5, but... I think I'm just going to keep this. We can't really go to 5. It just sucks, but... We could draw a ramp off the top, so I think I just keep this. And probably bottom the forest. Alright. Let's hope we draw some action. I hope one day I can get a draw where I keep 5 lands or like 5 lands in the Baloth and they Thoughtseize me and we win the game. Because they have to take Baloth. Hope this is an Inquisition. It's an opt. If it's Inquisition, this hand is pretty good because we dodge it, but... Just have to draw some ramp, basically. Veil of Summer is good, so now we're just going to play Misty and pass. Just play it chill. Hopefully they go for the turn 2 discard here and we can get them. They're just passing. So I think we're going to fetch this for Breeding Pool, probably. I have no reason not to. We can get Breeding Pool We still have, yeah, Breeding Pool gives us 3 green. Yeah, let's get Breeding Pool. It's got to be a green, so we draw Teferi. That's a great one too. So now we're going to play the Temple Garden, and we're just going to pass. So this draw is looking like it's going to work out. I'm assuming they're going to have a threat on turn 3, but we have this Teferi, so, and we have the Thoughtseize, the Veil to protect it in case that they have a Thoughtseize. They're going to 14. They're just playing out. They're running out Snapcaster. That's interesting. So that probably means they have another Snapcaster. Otherwise, why would they just run it out there? So we're going to take 2 here. This could be an Angler, which we have the Teferi for. Yeah, I think this is definitely an Angler. Ooh, it's Liliana of the Veil. That's a yikes. This technically does not target. Gain hexproof from black, and this is each player. So, okay, now we have decisions to make. I could cycle this Veil just to get more info, because it doesn't look like... I'm assuming I'm discarding this Ojutai's command. The question is whether or not I want to cycle this Veil in response to see... This is definitely happening. Now we have a tight decision. It could just be... The thing is, this Veil might not have a target for the rest of the game. I think I'm just going to discard this Ojutai's command. And we'll see what we draw. We draw Search. So now we can search and hold up Veil still. So I think that's the play. And then what do we discard, though? We might have to discard Veil. This card's really going to be hard to beat. We don't really have a good way of taking it off the table. We don't really have any way of taking it off the table. We'd have to like attack it. I still think I go for this play. We got Forest here and we pass. Yeah, it could be discard Teferi, but the issue is then if they play a threat here, how am I beating it? Okay, so hopefully this works, but it could get countered and then we probably lose. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to lose this game. That's fine. This is usually why this matchup's hard, is because their cards are so efficient. They discarded Death Shadow, which means they obviously have another one. We're going to probably lose our BTL. We're going to have to draw a way of a creature, probably. Discard this. Steam Vents. They discard Jace the Mind Sculptor? Jeez. Okay. We're going to definitely be boarding back in remands. I think their last card is a Death Shadow. Or a Gurmag. But they might not play it now. I think this is a Gurmag. Yeah, there's the Gurmag. That is unfortunately not a card. And I think this Liliana is going to get us here. Okay, so we don't want to lose the card in our hands, so we're just going to suspend it. Jace, it's going to be hard to beat. Again, it's mostly this Liliana, but they have a Gurmag they can't play now. Our Teferi is going to die. They might just discard. Okay, they drew a fetch land, which means they can play Gurmag. That sucks. We have to have them draw not a spell here. We don't even have red for Bring to Light. And they get to ult this next turn. Yeah, we're in trouble. Okay. If they don't go for the ultimate here, then we have outs to win. We're going to block and sack and hope they don't crack it, I guess. Hope they don't ult their Lily. We're going to get... Probably just get Mountain, so we have 4 colors for Bring to Light. I hope they go up this turn. Nope. So now we basically just have to draw an answer to Gurmag, and then we can... Let me shrink this. We're keeping whatever pile has more lands, basically. They should do 3 and... Actually, I don't know. If they give me 4, I'm going to keep 4 lands. Like... Yep. So I think I take this and get white. Oh, I wanted the other one. Okay. That's fine. We'll just get blue with this. I did want to choose the other pile, though. Yeah, that's why I wanted to draw the other pile. Because I would have gotten white, but now I would have had 2 blue sources instead of 1. So if I draw a blue source, we could have played Cryptic. Because Moto's unclear. I thought it was choose a pile to keep, but unfortunately it was choose a pile to sacrifice. So now we have to draw something for this Gurmag, or we're gonna lose. We drew the blue source, so that kind of sucks. I would have been able to play a Cryptic. Would we have won because of it? Probably not, but oh well. Game 3. So they showed us a bunch of big, like, walkers. So I think we board in back Remand. It's possible I don't want all of these. This card potentially should not be in our deck. Sometimes they play Alpine Moon. Well, we have Teferi to bounce that. Don't want... Cryptics are, like, kind of interesting. Bailoff I want because they show me Lily. Huntmaster is not amazing. This is better because it produces a lot of flyers. Force, I think, is just too slow. I could board in Acid Moss again and hope to, like, win with that. It might be better than, like, a Cryptic. I'm down to try that out, actually. Just try to, like, cheese them with a... 1 Huntmaster. What does 1 Huntmaster do? Like, I'm already boarding in 2 creatures. Depends if I want this drawn from Dream Zone in my deck. Which, in 2-for-1 matchups, it's usually good. Because gassing back up, if it can resolve, is good. If their play is only, like, discard. Although Oversize Command being a 2-for-1 is also pretty valuable. I don't know. I kind of want to try this card because it's the most win war card. Like, the most, like, cheese a win out of these three. So I kind of want to try this, and I like the rest of the deck. It depends how many cryptics I think is good. It's possible I want more creatures than cryptics. Like maybe one Huntmaster over a cryptic, because this isn't going to resolve ever. So, but this card, yeah, I guess I want creatures that they're playing walkers, right? I don't know. Let's try something radical then. What's worse, cryptic or drawn? Or remand? I want to try all the remands. Could cut drawn from dreams. Alright. Let's try this. I don't know if this is right, but... yeah, this is game 3. We're on the play. And our hand looks good. We got Veil on turn 1 into Quaddle into Huntmaster, so definitely going to be keeping. Thank you. Just going to play the Misty and pass. Veil is indeed busted. I agree. Cycle Street Wraith. I hope they don't have an early Death Shadow here. They don't play anything. Okay. We're going to get probably Breeding Pool. Just so we have green-red. I will shock this, because if they don't play anything, I want to Veil. I want to be able to play Quaddle. Kind of sucks because I need to get 3 basics, but I assume we'll get there. This is probably an Opt or a Thought Scour. They put a card on top, and they drew it. Wow, double Street Wraith is going to be rough if they have Death Shadows now. That really sucks. It's like really hard to beat those draws. Turn 2 Death Shadow. Turn 2 Death Shadow. Alright. We're going to play this for sure. We need to... I'd rather draw basics than not, but we just drew a bunch of shocks. Let's just play this and pass. Kind of in trouble now. A little bit. We don't even have 4 colors. This is probably Lily that we don't have remand for. Okay, we're going to discard this Stomping Ground. I mean, I could just play it. I don't want this Stomping Ground right now. I would say it's risky to attack, which they don't. We're just going to untap. It's like I want to play this. I think I definitely play this Huntmaster, and we attack the Lily. Okay, Lily takes 1. Question is whether or not I want to shock. I don't think I do. I think I just play Mountain. We've drawn 5 mountains, but they're at 11, so you don't need as many triggers. Yeah. Let's go for the Huntmaster here. Yep, I agree. Yeah, I think creatures are better in this matchup than I gave them credit for, and I'm really happy I boarded all of them in. I think I boarded all of them in. Yeah. And they draw, and they have the Thoughtseize because we know we don't have Veil up. And now they're going to have the counterspell for this. Double Thoughtseize. Yep. So we're going to discard our Steam Vents here. So the good news is that they kind of are... They discard another Thoughtseize. They're only at 7, right? So is there any world we just attack them to death? Like, maybe. They only have 1 card in hand. That's a really good draw for this game plan. So I think we just attack them for 1 and then pass and flip. And it's possible I'm just supposed to like hit them, put them to 3, and then we might have lethal next turn. So let's go for the attack. It's risky. It's scary because they have this in play, but we have blockers, so I'm not worried. They could have like a stubborn denial, but we're not playing guys. So I think I play this tapped, and we're just gonna pass. And we're just gonna try to beat them here. This is gonna go, I think, to the face. They got one card. They're at 4. If they minus, it's interesting what I want to discard, sacrifice. This is kind of interesting now. I think it's the wolf token. And then if they attack, they can attack. So I think it's the wolf token, and then we can attack them to 2. And then they have to draw an answer. So I think it's the wolf token. But it's kind of the... Maybe I should play this first and see what I draw. Because if I draw Veil of Summer, that could be really good. I think there's no reason not to play this first. And hold open, like... We still do we have Bolt in the deck? We don't have Bolt in the deck. This is interesting. Battle Rage and 3 damage. Well, I mean, I can't play around that anyways. I think I'm just going to play this first and see what we draw. Since that might influence my decision. Okay, we draw another Huntmaster. Okay, so that means... I mean, I still think I sack Wolf here. So if they go to 1 and have a Battle Rage, that's 22, right? Because no, it's 24, and this is exactly 19. But I don't think I'm able to block with both things and go to 1 anyways. I think I'm losing that game. So I think I still just sack the Wolf. But does drawing Huntmaster change anything here? Because... So I would have to basically double chump block here. If they attack, I don't know what I would do. I would have to go to double chump block, and then I still die to the Battle Rage next turn. So I don't think I can beat Battle Rage here, so I don't want to play around it. You can block with both and go to 1 if you sack Coatl. Because, like, well, let's say I sack this. This is 6. They're gonna have 24. So that's 18. If they attack with this, though, but if they attack with this, the thing is I have to block with both, and then I just lose both my guys, right? Because this is only 6 power, and this is 7. So I'm just gonna actual double lose my guy for no reason. So I don't want to just... Fine. I guess why did I sack that one? I should have sacked this one. That was just bad. Okay, I hope that's not... Okay, they have Inquisition, that's fine. This game is definitely intense. They can attack, right? Okay, they're not attacking. That's really good. Okay, so now... So now I just attack them for 1 with the Coatl, and then we play Huntmaster and we pass. Right? We just attack them for 1. Or I swing with everything, put them at 1. But I could do that next turn, so there's no reason to. So we're just going to put them at 3 here. Attack them to 3. This way they can't go to 1. They can only go to 2. You attack with all? It doesn't change anything because I'm going to attack with all next turn. So I'm going to hold open path here. Play this. Play our land and pass. What is this? Disdainful Stroke? Wow. Okay. What do you mean to play around Stroke? You knew it? Well, this is fine. They're going to sack their Liliana. But they can attack. Their last card was Stroke. I think that had to be the exact one of. I guess I should have cast it first. Yeah, exactly. I should have casted it first. That was my fault. Well, there's no... I did not think there was any way it was not resolving, though. Should attack with all. Yeah. It might come back to bite me here. It's possible. Yeah, you did say it. Attack with all puts them at 1. Okay, here. Now what do we sack? I assume it's the wolf token. But it could be the... Is it the bird? I don't think it's the bird. I guess it's just wolf. Hey, DabGuy96, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Swarm of Mats. Alright, we're going to attack the wolf because we can keep attacking and they can't attack back. Yeah, easy wolf. Okay, now is this a chump attack? Or is this a I can't win? Why would they be attacking here? So they either have a second guy or they have a battle rage. If they have the battle rage, we lose. They drew Plague Engineer? No. Okay, so if we block, we play around battle rage, but we die. We die to just the battle rage next turn. So I don't think I can play around battle rage, so I think I just take it. But if I block and they drew battle rage, I have an out to draw a removal spell for the Death Shadow. Well, I can because I can block and then next turn I can draw something and kill it. But I think if they draw a guy, I should just not block here. So I think we're just going to take it. Okay, we're going to 9. So I assume they have to have another guy here. They don't? Okay, what do they have now? Do I want to fetch? I guess there's no real reason to fetch. It would thin my deck. They have push. Maybe they have push. That's Snapcaster for what? Just as a blocker? They would have opted, I think. Is this if 2 spells? Okay, so they can't play Snapcaster in 2 spells or this will flip back. No, they died a Snapcaster. Yeah, exactly. Do I want to thin my deck? Probably. I just need to draw a spell here. Unless they have push and they do it now. But there's no... This wouldn't change anything. We just gotta top deck something. This is kind of what it comes down to. Well, no, I mean, they have to show us something, right? So I think I just attack with this next turn. They have the removal spell. Then we have to chump block and we have 2 turns to draw something. So... Yes, I should get a basic. That is very true. Because if we draw a basic, then... so is there any reason to not get a basic here? We have double red. We have triple blue. If we draw exactly Verdict, but we don't want to play Verdict anyways. So basic island makes the most sense. All right, let's hope to draw something. Let's hope to draw something. Come on, dealer. I believe that was a good draw. So we are going to be attacking with our guy, and we're going to win the game. Yeah, attack with this. Show me what you got. And you know what? We only have... Oh, they actually had nothing. Wow, they made the attack that put them dead on board. Because they thought that we would, like... go too hard in our head. So I actually cut 2 cryptics. So this is the only cryptic left in the deck. Wow, that was a game. I cannot believe they made that attack. Because I can't block there because I died about, like, I can't play around Battle Rage there. Like, I have no reason to play around Battle Rage. Because I can't beat the card. So I don't get the attack from their end. Because they're not dead, right? Like, they just leave this up. I attack them to 2. Or I don't even know if I attack them to 2. Like, let's say I draw a brick. I don't think I can attack there. I have to just... Or I attack and just try to play around them not drawing anything. I don't know. That was definitely something.